All right, let's dive in. Today, we're talking about Demis Hassabis. You probably know him, Nobel laureate, the brain behind Google DeepMind, and just one of the most important people thinking about our future. He's on this epic quest to build artificial general intelligence, and it all starts with one single, really profound idea. So check this out. This is a quote from his Nobel Prize lecture. And it's a wild idea, right? He's basically saying that any pattern you can find in nature, any pattern, can be figured out and modeled by a standard learning algorithm. We're talking about the very fabric of reality, from how our bodies work to how the universe is structured, being something AI can actually crack. And this is the really cool part. The story behind this isn't just about labs and code. It's about a visionary and how his childhood dream of building the ultimate video game might actually be the key to reshaping our entire world. Okay, so what is this all about? When you look at what his teams have done, AlphaGo beating the world's best Go player, AlphaFold cracking protein folding, it's all about the same thing. They're building models of these insanely complex systems that for a long time we thought were just impossible to figure out.
The key insight here is pretty mind-blowing. Natural systems, they aren't just random chaos. They've been shaped by processes like evolution. Think about it. Things that work survive. That process leaves behind a structure, a kind of logic. And if there's a structure, well, that's something an AI can learn. It can basically reverse engineer nature's solutions.
And this is where it gets really interesting. Look at this comparison. On the left, you've got these learnable, natural systems, protein folding, weather, even fluid dynamics. They have an underlying structure. But on the right, you've got stuff that's truly abstract or random, like factoring huge numbers. There's no evolutionary shortcut there. That kind of problem, that might need something else entirely, maybe quantum computers. But for the stuff nature has already figured out, Hassabis is betting big on the AI we have now.
So you gotta wonder, right? Where does someone get an idea this big to model all of reality? The origin story is probably not what you'd expect. It actually comes from video games.
And this quote says it all. He says games were his first love, and he wants to scratch that itch one day. You have to remember, before all the Nobel Prizes and leading Google DeepMind, he was a kid programming games, obsessed with building these other worlds. That passion is still there.
And he wasn't dreaming of just another game with a set story. No. He was thinking about the ultimate open-world game. A world that literally adapts to you. The story, the content, it's all generated dynamically. The AI characters aren't just puppets. They co-create the experience with you. We're talking about real choice, not just a branching path someone else designed. It's a simulation of reality itself.
And that's the light bulb moment. That dream of building a perfect world simulator, it's the exact same fundamental problem as modeling our own reality with AI. It's the same challenge. His childhood passion and his life's work, they're literally two sides of the same coin.
So let's talk about turning theory into reality. Because this isn't just some philosophical idea. For the last decade, his teams have been putting points on the board, proving this whole thing is possible, one incredible breakthrough at a time.
Just look at this timeline. It's insane. In 2016, AlphaGo beats the best Go player, showing it can be creative. Then boom, 2020, AlphaFold solves the 50-year-old problem of protein folding. By 2024, they're outperforming traditional weather prediction. And now we have video models that are literally learning intuitive physics just by watching videos. The pace is just accelerating like crazy. And you have to love this quote. He's like, I used to write physics engines. I know how painstakingly hard it is. He spent years of his life trying to manually code how light should reflect or how water should splash. And now he's watching these AI systems reverse engineer it just from watching YouTube videos. It's almost unbelievable, and it proves there's a pattern there for the AI to find.
Okay, but with all this amazing progress, we're not at the finish line. Not yet. The ultimate goal is still artificial general intelligence, AGI, and there's a major roadblock in the way.
And that roadblock has a great name, jagged intelligence. It's the perfect description for where AI is right now. Think about it. An AI can be superhuman at a game like Go, but then be totally clueless about something a 5-year-old understands. It has these incredible peaks of genius, but also these really dumb valleys. To get to true AGI, we have to smooth out that jagged edge and get a system that's just generally capable.
So what's the real test for AGI? Hassabis puts it perfectly. He asks, can it invent a game that's as deep, as aesthetically beautiful, as elegant as Go? That's the key, isn't it? It's one thing to master a game we created. It's a whole other level to have the creativity to invent a brand new one that's just as profound. That's the jump from just being a problem solver to being a true creator.
Okay, so this brings us to the biggest question of all. The so what? Why build this? What does it actually mean for us, for humanity, if we pull this off? What does a future with AGI look like?
Well, Hassabis sees this incredible chain reaction happening. Step 1, AGI becomes this amazing tool for science, helping us solve the really big problems. Climate, energy, disease. Step 2, once you solve those, you kick off what he calls an era of radical abundance, a time where the things we fight over are no longer scarce. And step 3, well, that changes everything about how our society works.
Just think about that for a second. Almost all of human history has been driven by scarcity, right? Fighting over resources, energy, land. What happens when that's gone? When you're not resource-constrained anymore? The whole game changes. The big questions stop being about survival and start being about purpose, about what we even want to do.
And that leaves us right here with this huge, provocative question. If AI can provide for all our needs, what purpose will we choose for ourselves? It's kind of ironic, isn't it? The quest to build the perfect artificial world simulator forces us to turn around and ask ourselves what kind of real world we want to create. It starts as a tech problem, but it ends as a deeply, deeply human one.